My next guest is a very talented actor who you remember from the Rocky pictures as Apollo Creed. He's starring in a new movie called Action Jackson. I can't even say Action Jackson. I have to say Action Jackson, like it's in the air. Please welcome Carl Weathers. Good to see you.
Wow! Hey! Ho! My goodness! Good to see you.
Nice to see you. You're one of my favorites. I always enjoy your work.
Works two ways. I can't believe how you keep going and going and going.
That's my Action Jackson schedule. Yeah.
You Action Jackson, I'm all right.
Action Jackson. You have to say it like
You're
that.
Great, man.
Well, thank you. Now you're doing some comedy on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah, yes. I did this show, which was absolutely and totally bizarre, and I began to appreciate more and more and more how people who do comedy work.
Well, see, I didn't even know you could sing.
A lot of people didn't. I'm still trying to find out if, in fact, I can sing. I got, you do a monologue on that show, and the whole idea is you want to come out and you want to really enjoy the show. So I came up with this idea, this song I remember from way back when, and then I went traveling all around the country after I did the show, and everywhere I went, people were saying, well, that song you did, where'd that song come from? You got to do this song. And I wound up doing this song, like, everywhere. Suddenly, this song has become like, I don't know, America's song. It's bizarre, but it's like being a kid.
You did some impressions, too.
Yeah,
Did a Jesse Jackson impression?
Yeah, I did on the show. I love it. He laughs at me. I did Jesse Jackson. Well, it worked. I don't know. It just worked.
Yeah, but you see, if people don't laugh, you're much bigger. You can down there and just slap the audience around. People go, oh, we better laugh.
I have so much to live down. I mean, the last thing in the world I want to do is go out there and, I'm trying to entertain them.
No, that's good. Who else do you do?
Oh, well, I do the guys that I love. It's easier to do somebody who's identifiable and somebody who loves you. And people will say right away, well, who do you do? And I say, well, there's a good friend of mine, He's from Austria. And I say, Austria, my friend Arnold.
Oh, that's
Arnold and I, we walk around together all the time, Arnold and I,
Yeah. That's a good Arnold.
But Arnold. And then there's my other friend, because we do these movies together, and yeah, because I want to talk about this friend
like
of mine.
Stallone with a severe cold, apparently.
This is what happens when you come out here, though. My voice is up like 8 octaves from where it normally is.
Let me ask you now, when you do a movie, I saw you, what was that movie, Predator? I saw you with, you had...
Yeah, that was the one.
You had Arnold, and you had Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Is there a lot of macho kind of...
Well, it starts out really with just guys who know you got a lot of work to do. But if you get in with these guys, and first of all, I'm really not as physical in some ways as a lot of people would think. But when you're with these guys, you can't help but do any other thing. So we go and we're doing this show and doing Predator, and we're down the jungles of Mexico, and what is there? Arnold carries around about 80,000 pounds of weights with him, right? And he just takes over a portion of the hotel and sits the weights there. So I'm down there, and I'm with, like, Mr. Universe, Mr. Galaxy, Mr. Everything, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I go, this guy's got the biggest arms in the world now. I got to kind of beef up here. I got to pump up a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah, you're a wimp.
So
Good thing I wasn't there. I would have killed myself.
That's right. So Arnold's got the gym, and he's going down at like 4:30 to work out every day before we go shoot. And I figure if I can sneak
4:30 in the morning?
In the morning, because we're up at 6 o'clock to go out and work out, right? So I decide I'm going to get up a little earlier. I go in at 4. Well, I find out later that Arnold starts going in at 3:30. I'm going, this is insane. This can't go on. So I figure, okay, I won't get up earlier, but I'll go down go downstairs after we come back in the evening. I'll go run the hill, which is 3.5 miles down and 3.5 miles back up. One day I'm running up the hill, and here comes Arnold, driving by because he comes in later than me. The next day, Arnold is out running the hill.
Oh, yeah.
So here we are, these two guys are supposed to be actors, right? And it's this competition. Finally, it's like, come on, truce, Arnold.
What you should do is go out, stand by the hill, wait for him to drive by, and then go back to bed. See you later.
But you're smart. That's why you have this job.
Now, do you do a lot of your own stunts in these movies? Obviously, you're in pretty good shape, so do you...
I don't know what else to do. I mean, that's once you do these movies and fans love what you do,
right.
It's like you have to go more and more and more and do more and more and more. So I find myself doing as much as I can. But there's so many great stuntmen around that, when it gets really hairy and scary.
I mean, are you one of these guys? Because even I did a film, and they weren't really stunts, but someone will say, Jay walked through the door. Oh, we have a stunt guy to do that for you. And you feel like,
no, I know.
Do you feel silly not doing your own stunt?
Well, it depends on the stunt. I mean, I've done things that have been incredibly difficult and gotten through it. And I've seen other guys, stuntmen, do things that were not difficult at all. I saw a guy once, I was asked once to do a stunt which was simple. Just run up and jump on a fire escape and climb up the side of this fire escape because it's hanging from a building. Right. Something told me, no, this is not right. Something about this is not right. Stuntman goes and does it. The thing falls off the side of the building. You know? So I go and do these things on top of a car with all these explosions. I come out unscathed. But sometimes the easiest things can appear to be very dangerous.
How about love scenes? You bring in a stunt guy for that?
Only when she has a runny nose.
Right.
That's terrible, I know, that's terrible.
Okay, and we'll be right back after this message.
One of the current crop of new young comedians breaks me up because he's got a hinge loose somewhere, which I think you have to be comic. You have to think funny and think ridiculous. His name's Steve Martin, of course. He'll be appearing at the Exit in Nashville, Tennessee, and on the 12th of this month, 12th and 13th of October, and at the Cellar Door in Washington, D.C., October the 16th through the 19th. Would you welcome, please, Steve Martin.
Well, thank you very much. Got a lot of people here. How many people are here tonight? Just out of curiosity, raise them up. Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna, one other question before we start. How many people do not enjoy raising their hand? This is just a curious thing for me. If you do not enjoy it. Okay, let's get going now. Oh, one thing before I start. I don't like to plug things on the show, but I recorded an album a couple of months ago, and 2 days from tonight, that will be this coming Thursday, we're going to erase it. So, okay. That's right. Professional comedian, can't trust a thing I say. Oh, my shoelace is untied. Oh, I love playing jokes on myself. All right. Okay, let's get moving now. We're gonna have some fun tonight, eh, folks? Oh, before I start, this is a dumb thing to talk about, but I gave my cat a bath the other day. And I'd always heard that you weren't supposed to give cats baths, you know? But my cat came home, and he's really dirty, and I decided to give him a bath, and it was great. If you have a cat, don't worry about it. They love it. He sat there, he enjoyed it. It was fun for me. The fur would stick to my tongue, but other than that, it was really great. So, all right. Here we go. You have to forgive me because whenever I tell that joke, I get kind of depressed. I shouldn't talk about this, but it was my old girlfriend's favorite joke, and you know, sometimes after this show, I'd come home. We were together about 3 years, and I'd come home and tell it to her, and she'd laugh, and I get kind of sentimental because she's not living anymore, and that's, and I guess I kind of blame myself for her death. I shot her. Okay, let's get going. Here we are. It's a Tonight Show. You're expecting to see a professional show. That's what I'm here to do. Professional comedy. Let's get going with professional show business. Here we go. Hey, hey! Isn't that a happy sound? When you're with me, it's like being at Shakey's Pizza all the time. You know? I think people who are out of work, instead of giving them money, we should give them a banjo, because it's so happy. They can just go home and, did you get a job today, dear? Nope. Doesn't matter, though. Sing along, kids. I always thought the banjo was the one thing that could have saved Nixon. You know, if he went on television and went, hi, everything's great. I hate to talk about Nixon because I kind of feel sorry for him, you know. I have this image of him walking along the beach in San Clemente all by himself, you know, with a metal detector, you know. Found the quarter. Okay. Working with this curtain? I asked for a regular curtain. Could I get the... I'm sorry, I got a little angry there. I asked for a different mic than this. I was working with a Sony 1200. I've got Could I get a close-up shot? Hey, I'm sorry. I'm a little angry, I guess. I've kind of exploded. I'm really... I'm sorry. Hey! Okay, let's get moving now. Thank you very much. We're having some fun now, folks. You know, oh, now I do a bit in my act where I make balloon animals, and it's really funny, and everybody laughs and everything. And I had a request to do it tonight, and then I was going to do it, but then I remembered I've done it on the show before, so I was a little confused. I hate to repeat material, yet, you know, I wanted to do the thing, so I've made a compromise. I'm going to make balloon animals, but I'm not going to blow them up. And I think this will be a compromise. It's a puppy dog. Yeah. This is a cow playing a guitar. Okay. No, the real thing I wanted to do tonight, I have a great joke. We can play on 100,000 people. Now, here's how it works. Right now, watching television, there's about 20 million people. And out of those 20 million, about 1 million of them are flipping around, trying to figure out what to watch and see who's on Carson tonight, you know. So what we do is, every 10 seconds, 50,000 new people tune in. And they don't know what's happening, they just tuned in. So what we'll do is we'll wait 10 seconds, and I'll start being really weird. And telling jokes that have no punchlines, you know, and you just laugh like crazy, like they're the funniest jokes you've ever heard, you know, I mean, more, this guy is great, he's killing them. And the people coming in will think they're wrong. It's like, he must be good, I don't know. Must be the new humor or something. So we'll wait 10 seconds, we'll go into it, just about a standing ovation, that's all I'm looking for. We'll close with a big song, okay? We'll wait 10 seconds, I'll give you a cue like this and we'll go into our funny comedy joke. Won't that be fun? Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're beautiful. Thank you. What a great crowd. Okay. Okay, got a cute story for you. Wouldn't it be funny if you went home to repair your TV and there was a banana in it? Thank you. You're beautiful. Got another story for you. Hey, what a great crowd. Fella comes home, opens his refrigerator. There's a clown in his refrigerator. Well, no. He looks at the clown looks at him, the fella says, I didn't expect to see you in there. Thank you. Hey, you are really fast. Not many people get that one. That's beautiful. Okay, I'd like to close with a little dancing. Here we go. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Hey, thank you. All right. I know what you're gonna say.
Right there.
Steve, how can you be so funny?
That's right.
Steve. I like it. I like to explain something. See, when I go out on stage, I feel funny. You know, my whole body feels funny. And
You have to get primed for it?
Yeah, I put a slice of bologna in each one of my shoes.
Go around.
Just makes me feel funny.
Pickles work for me, but bologna is
Pickles,
ridiculous,
huh?
yeah.
Okay.
How you been? You're writing shows now, aren't you, from?
Oh, I'm just kind of dabbling. I used to write comedy for television all the time, like Sonny and Cher and Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. A lot of cool things like that, but now I'm just... some friends of mine were producing the Dick Van Dyke special, and got involved with that, and that really turned out well. We have the script done, and it's really, in my opinion, exceptional.
You're not going to give up performing, are you?
Oh, no. This is strictly a little side thing I'm into, if you're into what I'm doing, and I'm not trying to be pompous or anything like that. Oh, I'm working on the John Denver special, writing and performing on that. Oh, you know, you're talking earlier about ways to avoid crime. Do you have to cut away commercial? It's okay?
In a second or so, yeah.
You want to
do it now, then can we follow up on this when we come back?
Sure. Hey, what the heck?
Hey. You got nothing planned, have you?
Yeah, no,
sure. We're coming right back, and we'll find out what you're talking about.
Okay, great.
My first guest, I consider a good friend. He's been with us several times in the past few months, and a most original and creative talent in our business. Would you welcome Mr. Orson Welles? Welcome back. I gotta tell you something. I thought about it upstairs tonight. The very first time you were booked on this show, I was really kind of scared. I don't know whether you know that or not. I didn't tell you that because I've always been in somewhat awe of you, and I did not know you at the time.
But we'd been on the same stage together, and no harm had come to you.
That is true. That is no harm. And I was. And then you were on that show the first night, and everything just worked great, and now it's so great to have you here all the time.
Well, I was much more scared than you were, believe me.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
No,
sure.
That I won't buy at all.
Well, of course. Of course, anybody's scared to get out in front of the public. I think it's only the people who haven't done it very long
Maybe so.
aren't scared. Just now, for instance, they said I was waiting behind the multicolored curtain, and one of the fellas back there says, well, this must be like old hat to you. You know, because I've been about 4 times
Right.
on the show, and old hat. I was, it was just like an opening night. Nervous
I guess
as ever.
performers, no matter how much professional they are, and sometimes the more professional, the more uptight they get. I remember reading, and I found it hard to believe that Helen Hayes at one time, when radio, could not stand at a microphone and read a script.
Not true.
Is that not true?
She did 6. It was under contract.
Is there somebody
for me
else
to do
I'm thinking
6
of?
plays a year from me when I had an hour
Right.
radio show, and she was super professional.
Then I
She
have
knew
the wrong-
radio very well.
Then I have the wrong lady, but someone
Yeah,
of that
wrong lady,
stature
somebody like that.
absolutely was petrified to stand there with just the sheets of paper. And
Yeah, a lot of people can't read. You know, reading on radio is another talent.
It is.
Some people can ad lib and some people can't. And some people can read a script and make it sound like they're making it up. And other people take a long time. Larry Olivia, for example, is a terrible radio actor.
What, on stage, then?
Well, he needs his 3 or 4 days. His first readings are
I see.
very mysterious. You think that's Sir Lawrence, is it? You know?
That's
And
unusual.
yes, you see. And I had him on the radio several times. And the first time we had an old radio actor called Ray Collins who came up to him, said, didn't I see you on Big Sister? That was a soap opera, you know? And he came up to me later, Collins, and says, this poor fellow doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe we better help him out a little.
Laurence Olivier.
Yes, that's right. Because he was nervous about reading the words off the page, which is a special thing.
I drive home now after the show, and one of the stations out here has been playing a lot of the old radio broadcasts. Suspense and a lot of the original comedy shows and drama shows, the Lux Radio Theater. And you realize what a wonderful medium radio really was when it was done well.
Dramatically, it was, I don't think there's any medium better, because it, first of all, it did what television doesn't do. It made people listen and pay attention, because as we are talking, the great majority of our public may well be wandering about the room or up to something else.
Well,
But
if it's
on radio, they couldn't follow it at all unless they were really following it.
That's true, and the imagination really had to take over. And that's why a lot of things on television they could never do as well. For example, I don't think on a television show they could do a really horror or mystery type of thing
No,
as
because
well.
your own imagination would do it.
Because they can't create those special effects that's in the mind all the time when you hear it.
Oh, yes.
Those were great days.
I had intended to bring a little magical illusion with me, and I put it in the wrong jacket.
No magic tonight?
So no magic tonight, and I had also told myself that I would do what Mrs. Temple used to tell Shirley before every take, and I find I'm not doing it. Do you know what she used to say?
No.
This is really true. Just as they put that slate on, you know, take number 4, whatever
Right.
it is, Littlest Rebel. She'd say, "Sparkle, Shirley." Sparkle, Shirley. So that's what I told myself behind the curtain. Sparkle, Orson.
Like one of the performers, a smile now. Let's see some of that. That's funny. I got a couple other things in mind I want to ask you that I wasn't going to get to. That might be fun for the next time you come.
Am I leaving?
No. No, you're not while you're sparkling. I want you to get some of those scripts you have and bring them if you have them, and let's show the people how difficult or how unusual it is to read a dramatic thing. And
we can do a suspense show here.
And set it up, and we'll get the sound effects and actually recreate.
But do it seriously.
Do it straight.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Right. And it'll be very funny.
All right. No, it'll be serious. We'll be right back. More sparkling in just a moment. We're back. Orson and I. Orson just suggested during the break, the thing would be most apropos would be the Shadow, which you did on radio.
Yeah.
The Shadow. Remember that
One of the
series? Now, in those days, it was interesting. The shows were live on radio, most of them. Some of them were transcribed.
No, network shows had to be live by law.
Right.
The only transcribed shows were syndicated shows and local ones.
And you would play like maybe 5, 6, or 7 different shows, like in New York City, playing different characters on each one, right?
Yes, and I found out that you can hire an ambulance in New York without being sick.
No, I didn't know that.
So I used to go from CBS to NBC and back again in an ambulance so I could get through the traffic in order to get from one soap opera to another, you know? And I wouldn't know what I was going to play. They'd hold an elevator open for me. I'd come in. They'd say, Studio 3. I'd go into Studio 3. They'd hand me a piece of paper. I'd say, what is it? And they'd say, 70-year-old Chinaman. And we're on the air. I didn't know how it turned out, what happened, anything. I was a 70-year-old Chinaman.
Just go right into
we're talking about first readings. That's radio reading. And, of course, radio actors like myself, that first reading is the best one. We haven't got anything better after that.
You just go do it. What would happen when you do a fluff? Now, there had to be times when the lines would...
Oh, yes. We had, I remember one morning, we used to do a show in my poorest days in radio when I had only one show to live on. Joe Cotton and I were both living on $18.50 a week, which was the fee for this. It was on what's called sustaining, and it was the School of the Air.
The School of the Air.
The School of the Air. And one morning it was about the Olympic Games in Greece. And the lady authoress, an unmarried woman in her late 60s, was sitting in this tiny studio with an organ and the rest of little cast of 6, and we picked up the script, pretty badly hungover, I may say, and went on the air live with dialogue that went like this. Ah, Pythias, you have the biggest lance in all Athens. Can you throw it over your shoulder? Let me see your discus, you know. And all perfectly clean, unbleepable stuff, but we were only about 6 minutes into it when they had to just play organ music. We were all on the floor because the spinster lady didn't know why. We thought it was all so dirty. And when we finally came to a line where I had to say, barrels and barrels of pith.
Organ music up and out.
Organ music, and I never worked for School of the Air again, nor did Joe Cotton. We starved for a month.
Off the School of the Air.
We were written out.
They did wonderful things in those days, and not all the stories are apocryphal. They're true.
The craziest are true.
They undressed Bill Stern once. You know that story?
Yes, I was there.
Bill Stern was one of the great sportscasters of all times, and he was at NBC, I think, at the time. And somebody went out to a studio tour, and while he's on the mic, they removed his trousers.
Oh, yes.
Now, there's nothing he can do. He is on the air.
That was Frank Reddick did.
They're pulling his trousers down, and he's saying, in the meantime, the score on the Browns. Right. They pulled his trousers off. Now they go out into the hall, and there's a studio tour, and say, by the way, you better drop by 8H. Stern's doing the sports. And all these people walk by the window where he was sitting there in his shorts doing the thing. Wonderful things like that. Setting the script on fire was an old device, wasn't it?
Yes, and then we used to do a lot of shows in front of an audience, all dressed up in evening clothes. I never knew quite why.
Give it a dramatic
thing, you know, the Philip Morris hour and things like that. And we had a very dramatic director called Charles Martin, who used to give very dramatic cues, and he was, you know, the Toscanini of the radio directors.
So the audience would be aware he's there.
And he'd see him in his dinner jacket doing all of this. And I used to repeatedly pretend to drop my script and lose my pages before it came to my time in order to spoil his act. You see, because I'd drop all the pages, and we'd all be picking them up, saying, oh, that isn't it, must be this, and so on. Then while he was looking away, I'd get the real script out of my pocket, you see.
That could be heart attack time.
Yeah, heart attack time. But he gave us a rough time during rehearsal, so we felt he had it coming to us. But it was very funny. Sponsors in those days. Over and over again, radio actors would be barred forever, not allowed ever again to work on a show because it was a Camel show and they opened up a package of Chesterfields or something.
That's how seriously they took it at that time.
Just the package in your hand, blackballed forever. In radio, a medium where nobody could see anything.
I remember once when I was in radio in the Midwest, a favorite device there was because we didn't have a news editing staff or anything. We would just, pull it off the teletype, and the AP or UP would come in on the yellow sheets of paper, and the radio announcer, Ed knows this, would tear it off, and you go into the news, and you read what the stories are. They would type in, they would get a sheet, and in the middle of the news, they would type in some horrendous, obscene story that you didn't know the end of it until you were about halfway through, and then, of course, your eyes would drop down, and you'd say, in Cedar Rapids, Iowa today, Mr. William Scranton went into the barn, and all of a sudden you'd see what's coming. And you'd say, we'll be back to that story in a moment, but first, terrible things like that.
Yes.
But you would be halfway through the story before you realized you'd been had.
We had an announcer. I had for years. I had a show for Campbell Soup, which was called the Campbell Playhouse, and we had an announcer called Chappell.
Ernest Chappell.
Ernest Chappell had a very earnest and dramatic voice, and he used to rehearse his commercials very seriously, and there was a running line for a year, which was, as sure as you like chicken, you like Campbell's chicken soup. Now, I had been sent by somebody a copy of the Poulterer's Gazette, in which Campbell Soup was advertising for old roosters. Now, as a matter of fact, roosters make the best soup on very old chickens, but we didn't know that. We thought it was funny. So I had my cast every week in dress rehearsal. While Chappell was saying, you like Campbell's chicken soup, we were saying rooster soup right along with him. And he would say, now, fellows, I'm going to go on the air and I'm going to say rooster. He did.
He did. That's what's called is the pre-psyching somebody out until you get them absolutely mad. Now, you know the famous story. This is fun tonight. This is just fun and reminiscing. You know the famous story that George Burns did to Jack Benny? It had to do with Jeanette MacDonald, did it not, Freddie?
I don't know it.
It's a wonderful story, and it shows you how you can psych somebody out. Apparently, Jeanette MacDonald and her husband threw lovely parties, but inevitably, before the evening was over, somebody would ask Jeanette MacDonald to sing, which she would. And if they didn't,
she had somebody hired who would.
Because she wanted to sing. So George used to say to Jack Benny, 3 days before the party, he'd say, Jack, when Jeanette MacDonald gets up to sing at the party, don't laugh. It would be very embarrassing. He'd call him the next day. Jack, somebody's going to ask Jeanette to sing. I would be very embarrassed if you laughed. Wow, Sure enough, so they're at the party and somebody says, Jeanette, would you sing a song? And Jack goes right out. It was all over. He was physically unable not to explode with laughter.
I know that's true, as it sounds like George, for one thing.
He was.
And Jack also you could get him quicker than anybody who ever lived.
Was a great patsy for George.
Oh, he was one of the only great comedians who really enjoyed other comedians.
Right, he did.
You do too, but they're so rare, the people, the really good comedians because of that false laugh, if you've ever watched them.
Oh, trying to break up.
That's right. Hang on a second.
I like your
I
Ernest.
used that in Grossingers in 1939.
I like your Ernest Chappell reading of the chicken soup. What is that again? If it's
as sure as you like chicken, you like Campbell's chicken, rooster.
Oh, I got another story. I got another one come to mind. Oh, this is more fun. Ed Hurley, one night. I've told a story on the air before. Ed Hurley, who does the Kraft cheese commercials and has for years of the Kraft Playhouse, had the actor Seshua Hayakawa, and they had fit in. He's in the booth.
You're in trouble now.
No, he's absolutely. And, of course, Ed Hurley has this wonderful rhythm in his voice, and he's just finished how to make this wonderful cheese and send for the booklet and 50 ways to prepare Kraft cheese. And you know he's in the booth sitting like this, and it's the end of, the credits are coming over the crawl. And Ed Hurley, he says, next week we have the bridges of so-and-so and so-and-so starring that magnificent actor, Sessihai Kawaka. And you heard this, he said, I mean, of course, Sessihai Kuiwa. And now you hear just a little bit of a in the booth. And Ed now comes on to try to really bail himself out. And he says, you'll have to, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, but I've always had a little problem with that name. But, of course, I'm talking about Sessihai Kawaka. He did it 3 times in a row, and I fall out of the chair. I am absolutely... By then it was all... He couldn't get it if Hayakawa was there. He couldn't have got it.
I had a show called The Cornstarch. I was the voice of Cornstarch.
Oh, you're putting me on now.
I kid you not, and it was one of my first really good jobs because it was 5 days a week, $75 a time. All I had to come in was read a poem while the singing strings of somebody or other played, and I'd read this thing. And I had to write a little thing about the poem before I would read it. It was a 15-minute spot for the housewife at noon. And I had been up about 3 nights without being to sleep for overwork, as you may imagine. And came in one day, and it was a poem they picked for me by Robert Browning, and I couldn't understand what it was about. And I didn't know what to say about it. And I remembered a line from a play that I'd been in, The Barretts of Wimpole Street with Cornell, when she says to Browning, who was a character in the play, what does this poem mean? And he says... kind of a funny line that he really said in life. When this was written, only God and Robert Browning know what it meant. Now only God does. So I thought, I'll say this. The ladies will enjoy it. So on singing strings. And all the sponsors, and the smaller a show was, the more sponsors would be in a
of course,
in a room, you know, were gathered. And I said, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This poem puts me in mind of what the author said originally, that when this was written, only Brob and Grobbit breeding. When Grot was written, only Grobbit breeding. Music continued. When Grob and Gribbit... When God was written, only Brob and Vit and Gritty. And then I saw all of these faces, purple and black, staring at me. And I just put down the script, walked out of the studio, and never saw them again.
Never saw... Oh, that's wonderful.
No way.
So once you're into it, there is no way to recover except leave and come another day. Hey, I thank you. I understand you have to leave early.
I have to leave early, and I have to say, you made a remark there that there were 2 people by the name of Orson Welles.
That's true.
And, I mean, by the name of Orson. And, of course, neither of those statements is true.
Who's another person named Orson?
You see, there is nobody named Orson. It's like saying, you know, they make champagne in Argentina. Figure that one out.
Robert Browning, Dolman.
Yes. No, there is a deep message in that, because... the very talented fellow, and I wish he weren't, who's following me
right
with this name,
Orson Bean,
you know, was really born with a very straight name. His name is actually Wilmot Entwistle.
I don't buy that at all.
Well, it's a name like that. Ask it.
Wilmot Entwistle?
It's a name like that. Ask. What happened was, in those days, Bob, you know, they used to use my name on radio just to make people laugh. They used to think Orson was that funny. And maybe it still is. And this fellow, Wilmot...
Wilmot Entwistle?
Yes, Entwistle or Brace-Griddle, whatever it may be. Deciding at the beginning of his career that since he didn't know any good material, he'd better come out with a funny name.
Took up Orson.
Invented Orson Bean.
Do you know anybody else besides you and Orson Bean named Orson?
His name isn't Orson.
Well, I mean... well, professionally it is, but do you know anybody else?
No. No, and there'd better not be.
Thanks for coming. You all know this next gentleman loves to perform, loves audiences. Currently working his own nightclub, Dangerfields, in New York until February the 3rd.
Love him.
Then he opens at the Aladdin Hotel in Las Vegas for 3 weeks.
Gets no respect.
Starting February the 6th. And here he is, Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah. crowd, I'll tell you all right. You know that, boy? Now, I'll tell you, I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape, you know? I mean, last week I told my doctor I wanted a vasectomy. He said, with a face like mine, I don't need one. And I tell you, nobody likes my looks. My mother would kiss my brother goodnight and scratch me behind the ears. Oh, my mother, she never breastfed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. I don't know. I tell you, I know I'm ugly. Oh, while the guy was mugging me, he took off his mask and made me wear it. No, I tell you, things happen to me you wouldn't believe. Like the other night, I found a guy's wallet. Inside was a picture of my 2 kids. I tell you, life isn't easy. Now, last week, my wife's father, he moved in, has electronic pacemaker. Every time he sneezes, the garage door opens. I tell you, my house, I could never relax. I got a dog. His favorite bone is in my arm. I got a dumb dog, you know. It took me 2 years. I taught him how to sit. He forgot how to stand. What a dog. It's all right. It's all right. He's a dumb dog. It's okay. You kid my dog? Well, last night, 4 times he went in the paper. 3 times I was reading it. And my kid, that's another one. He's full of smart answers. Well, the other day I told him about the birds and the bees. He told me about my wife and a butcher. I don't know. I tell you, I meet the wrong people. That's my trouble. Like last week, I met the Surgeon General. He offered me a cigarette. I tell you, nothing's going right. My neighborhood is getting worse. Well, I went out, I bought my wife a rape whistle. She says it don't work. No one shows up. And my wife, she don't go for me either. Every time I want sex, she leaves the room to give me privacy. No, I tell you, my wife always gave me trouble. Well, at my bachelor party, she was in the movie. Now, that's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all. Are you kidding? It's not easy either. You kidding? No respect from anybody. This afternoon, I was in a bar. They told me to get out. They wanted to start the happy hour. I tell you, the day I was born, I got no respect. And the doctor told my mother I did all I could, but he pulled through anyway. Hey, howdy. Thank you very much. Beautiful people.
What a crowd, huh?
Lovely crowd, lovely crowd.
Good audience.
I always have a lot of fun in California. Nice people here, you know. There's something about California. As soon as I get here, I want to drink, make love, have fun. It's not California. I'm away from my house. That's what it is. No, but I'm working. I'm trying to lose weight. You know?
Really?
Oh, it's tough. I'll tell you that. I lost some. I got to lose more though, because I was fat, Johnny. I was too fat.
Fat, huh?
You kidding? I was so fat. I got my shoes shined. I had to take the guy's word for it. I mean, you know. Hey, I'm working over here.
Hey, yeah.
No, it's all right, but I've been keeping busy, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
What have you been
working at
doing?
a club now, and I'll be finished there Saturday, and I'll be in the Aladdin Hotel for the rest of February 6th. In March, I'll be back in Dangerfields. Be in Dangerfields in April, be in Dangerfields in May, maybe forever, I don't know, you know. But I'm looking forward to Aladdin Hotel, a lot of fun there. Lola Falana, I'm working with Lola Falana.
right?
Oh, she's a sexy girl, isn't she?
Sexy,
a lovely girl, you know. And Aladdin's a nice place, too. A lot of action over there, you know. Oh, yeah. And... well, there is a lot of action in Aladdin Hotel. Oh, it's so quiet, I feel like E.F. Hutton just spoke, you know? No, I tell you, last year in Vegas, I worked at a very small hotel. Very
Small place?
small. Oh, small. You kidding? The slot machine had 1 fruit, you know.
I didn't know
Very
Small place.
small. You
Yeah.
kidding? But that showbiz, there's always problems, Johnny. Showbiz, forget about it. Last week, my fan club broke up. You know, the guy died. Oh, showbiz. Are you kidding? You know, I've been knocking around for years, you know.
Yeah.
Now, you kid, when I started in showbiz, I was in ventriloquism. Then I had to quit. I got too big for the guy's lap, you know.
Well, you know. How's your health?
It's always, health is okay. We'll get to the health.
Yeah, we'll get to the health. Didn't want to rush
Set
you.
my continuity here. You got to watch out for this stuff here. You know how it is, don't you?
What do you
I
want to
got
talk
other
about?
problems beside health.
What are some of the other
Shit,
problems?
I'm still drinking too much.
Oh.
I'm a bad drinker. Forget it.
Bad drinker, huh?
I got loaded a few weeks ago. The way I carried on, it was awful, Johnny.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it this way. I mean, it's good to be back in men's clothes again, you know?
You really flip out, huh?
I tell you. I mean, I want to relax. I can't relax. You kidding? I tried sniffing coke. That didn't work out either. I couldn't get the bottle up my nose, you know?
How's your health?
No, but drugs are bad.
The drugs are bad, huh?
Bad for your health.
All right.
Drugs are bad. No, drugs are bad.
Yeah,
Kids
of
today
course.
don't need drugs. You kidding?
no
Kids,
way.
kids today, they're wild enough without drugs. Forget it, will you? Why, my kid's high school prom, the king and queen were the same person. You know? No, but drugs are bad for your health. And health is important. Ask my friend the doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombat.
How is Doctor?
He's
How
fine,
is-
he's fine.
How
The
is
doctor
it?
is okay.
How is the doctor?
I called him last week. As a matter of fact, I swallowed a bottle of sleeping pills, you know. He told me to have a few drinks and get some rest. Doctor's fine. When you get older, you start seeing doctors, you know, and I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old. You kidding? I walked past the cemetery, 2 guys ran after me with shovels. I mean, I know I'm getting old. And my sex life is very bad,
Bad
too.
too,
Very
huh?
bad, John. You kidding? If it wasn't for pickpockets, I've no sex life at all. I'll tell you, Johnny.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, my life, I have steak and sex the same way. Very rare. You know?
Very rare.
Shit, I'm a bad lover anyway. A bad lover, I'll
Look,
tell you that.
I
I
didn't-
caught a peeping Tom booing me. Now, I'll tell you, Johnny, girls who like me are getting older and older, older. And I took out one girl. Who was she? Oh, she was old. Ooh. How old? I'll tell you how old. She was so old when she went to school. They didn't have history. I'll tell you something else.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something else. She was fat, too.
She was fat?
She was so fat, she got in the scale, a card came out, said one at a time. She was fat, too. Now, I'll tell you, this girl was old, fat, and ugly.
Yeah, ugly too.
How ugly? I'll tell you, she was known as a two-bagger. That's a girl who's so ugly, you go out with her, you put a bag over your head in case the bag over her head breaks. One more. I want to tell you one thing. This girl here, I'll tell you.
Let's hear. How
She
ugly?
was so ugly.
How ugly?
You look in a dictionary, under the word ugly, you see her picture.
Be right back.
Honey's ugly, that all, and not with the commercial. Great band.
Great band,
Great band.
as our guests always say. Great band. Steve Martin is here tonight. Steve has a bizarre sense of humor.
Yes.
He knocks me out. He'll be performing at the Troubadour here in Los Angeles tomorrow night through Sunday, and then he's going to be appearing at the Golden Bear in Huntington Beach, California on Monday and Tuesday. Would you welcome back Steve Martin?
Thank you. Be starting in just a few moments. Just waiting for the drugs to take effect, and then. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm kind of excited tonight. I have a book coming out, and I'm pretty proud of it. It's psychological work. It's called How to Get Along with Everyone. I didn't work on it alone. I worked with this other jerk ex-friend of mine, and so I hope you get that. But. That's it. No, seriously, I do have a book coming out. It's titled How I Turned $1 Million in Real Estate into $25 in Cash. I hope you get that. So, we ready now? Okay, let's go. You know, I kind of think comedy should be based on real experience. So, right now I'd like to do a little thing that happened to me titled The Day the Dopes Came Over. I was sitting at home, peeking through the blinds at my neighbor's wife, minding my own business, when I heard a knock at the door. "Who's there?" I shouted. We don't know. I knew immediately that the dopes had come over. I opened the door and invited them in. Glad to have company, even if they were a bunch of dopes. Well, what brings you by this way? Yup. Would you like some coffee? No, thanks. I think I'll just sit here and suck on this table. He clamped his lips firmly around the table, but still listened intently to the rest of our conversation. Gall, said one dope. How long have we been here? Oh, about 2 minutes. Gall, we should have left hours ago. And they packed up some of my things and lumbered out. Goodbye, dopes, I shouted. And the dopes turned and shouted back, Goodbye, you big stupid idiot. Okay, and now it's time for a movie review. The Hindenburg. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Am I on yet? I am. Okay, then I'm going to keep going. Right. Let's get going now. Hey! You people are weird. Okay, you know, folks, I'm kind of interested in magic, and you always see these magicians come out and they do these production tricks, you know, but they always have on these big coats and everything, and you know pretty much where it's coming from. But I'm going to do a trick tonight that kind of gets around that problem. I picked this up. I was in Egypt this morning, and I learned this trick, and I'd like to do it for you now. So here we go. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go. Hey! Hit it. Perfect. All right. Okay, here we go. You still on? Okay. No problem on that. All right. Here we go. Okay. Pretty good tan, huh? Yeah. I've been working on this all summer, boy. Cost me plenty to get it, but I'm pretty proud. Okay. Isn't it funny how it's okay to take off your pants if you have on funny underwear? If I had regular underwear on, people go, oh, no. Funny underwear, they go, oh. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll be right back following this brief intermission as soon as Steve gets ready. We are back. Steve is getting dressed.
Yeah, just put on my shoes.
Yeah. I see you all over the place. You're working every place, in television, commercial appearances, concerts, nightclubs.
Johnny, I hope this doesn't offend you, but Do you smell like a hyena, or am I just...
I wasn't going to say anything. I thought it was...
Thought it was me.
Yeah, animals do have a tendency to...
Well, listen. Okay, I want to explain this. I thought this would be an interesting thing to do on the Tonight Show, which we're on now. When you're in show business, you have to have an answering service. And because you're out of town all the time, and calls are constantly coming in for work and things like that, so you have to have an answering service, but the ones that you hire for like $35 a month are really poor. You know, you call them, they go, hold, wait, hold, so you can't understand. So I bought a telephone answering machine that answers your phone, and this is a little beeper.
I see.
And you play this into the phone, and it retrieves your calls, and you can leave it's a recording. You leave a little recording and with a little joke if you want, which I have on mine. And
a little humor when people call.
Oh, yeah. And then they can leave a recorded message. So I thought it'd be interesting to do it on the Tonight Show. I haven't been home for like 2 weeks, so there should be messages.
You actually call them?
Yeah. To call them up here on the show and get the messages.
Well, I didn't know what this
so
was.
That's why
I saw it, and I
rigged
didn't
this
know.
up.
All right.
And I thought it'd be interesting for the people to...
We checked it out before, and somebody said the phone company could put a line in.
Yeah. I thought it'd be interesting for people to hear what a professional comedian in show business, kind of messages that they get. So
Let's give
them a call. Ready? Now, the first thing you'll hear is the recorded message, which is me, and then I beep this, and you'll hear it rewind, and then the messages will play back. Can I pencil and paper?
Sure.
In case I have.
That's right. You're in case some work shows up.
Hello, this is Steve Martin. I'm away from the phone right now, so your call is being answered by an expensive telephone answering machine. Who is also, incidentally, my wife. So if you'll leave your message when you hear the beep, I'll be happy to call you back.
Now that triggers the rewind.
Did it rewind it?
Now it plays back all the messages you got.
Hello, Steve. This is Fred down in the garage. Yeah, we were able to fix that lighter. No problem at all. Cost about $8, I guess. Please call when you get in.
All right.
Steve, this is Jimmy Hoffa. Give me a call when you get a chance.
Meow, 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 meow.
It's my cat.
Steve, this is Trudy. Don't be embarrassed about the other night. It can happen to any guy. Hello, Steve. This is Victoria. Don't be embarrassed about the other night. Any guy. It doesn't mean you're not a man. Talk to you later.
Steve, this is Bill. Don't be embarrassed.
Steve, sorry to bother you again. This is Ernie down at the garage. You know that cigarette lighter that we fixed? We have a real problem down here. It's really the whole electrical system of the car. It's going to cost you about $350. Call me right away, will you?
Meow, 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 meow.
Call back.
Cat. Call back.
Steve, this is Ted. I found your earring. Bye.
Hello, Steve. This is Ernie down at the garage again. You know, this car, we're having all sorts of problems with it. We're going to have to junk it out. It's going to cost me about $8,000. However, Steve, we were able to save that lighter. Come down.
We'll be right back. All right. I'm sure the entire world knows the name Bobby Fischer by now. He is, as proved, the best chess player in the entire world. And, you read a lot of articles about Bobby saying he's kind of temperamental and demanding. And he's not. I met him this afternoon at the place he designated on top of the Y. In the sign Hollywood that's up in the Hollywood Hills. We met on top of that Y in Hollywood. But I met him briefly. He seems like a charming young man. And would you welcome, please, Bobby Fischer. It is so nice to have you on this show.
Thank you, Johnny.
I saw you on Bob Hope's show that you did with Mark Spitz one night, and you were great on that show. You did a sketch with Bob, and you did your lines like you'd been doing sketches all your life. Did you find it easy or difficult to do that?
People say, well, I don't know, I was a little worried about it. I didn't even watch it on TV.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't you like to watch something that you do?
Unless I'm sure it's good, I don't like to watch it.
You were very good in that. Now, look, you defeated Boris Spassky now, and you're the champion chess player in the entire world. Now, what is there beyond that? How do you top that? Is it now the trick is to not the trick, the idea is to maintain the championship?
Yeah, this is the big problem, how do I top it? But I figure if I can keep the title for another 30 years, something like that.
Just 30 years or so, huh? Was it a letdown after it was all over, Bobby? I mean, it was, well, there must have been a tremendous...
It was. I woke up the day after the thing was over, and I just felt different, like something had been taken out of me.
Yeah, it was exciting to get the reports over here. I think you said in an article you never thought you'd see the day where, I think it was attributed to you, see where chess would be on the front page of the New York Times. Did you ever envision that? Because chess is not the type of game that I guess a lot of people, like football or something, they find it difficult.
Yeah, well, in this country, I mean, around the world, I've played in a lot of tournaments, and it's been front page news for years, but...
Why do you think over here that the people in this country now, it's very big in Russia, as you say, and very big in all your European countries, and the people are national heroes, and just now that's becoming to happen over here?
Well, I just think the people have to be educated to enjoy chess, whereas you can enjoy, I don't know, football or baseball without really understanding. It's just kind of beautiful to watch the people move around, but chess you really have to have some basic understanding of what the game is all about to enjoy it.
How old were you when you first became interested in chess, and who got your interest going?
I was 6. My sister taught me.
6 years old?
Yeah.
6 years old are obviously then capable of learning chess. Most people think that chess is a very, requires a great intellect. I think this turns a lot of people off. They say, oh, I can't do that mathematically. I can't think that many moves ahead.
Not to play.
Really?
I mean, anybody can learn. I think, Spassky learned at 5. Reshevsky, who was the champion in this country before me, he learned at 2 or 3. He was giving exhibitions at the age of 6 or 7.
Good heavens.
Playing about 20 guys at once when I was 6.
Yeah, but
at the age of 6.
But you did that when you were in your teens, did you not? Early teens, where you played against 15 or 20 opponents. What is the greatest, and I don't want to use the word trick, what's the greatest ability one should have to play chess? If it's not an intellect, I mean, I don't know how to play the game.
Well, it's some kind of spatial perception. You see in your mind's eye that when you make this move, I mean, if you made this move, it'll be there, and he makes this move, it'll be there. You just sort of see the position as it could be in a few moves.
How far are you able to, say, plan ahead depending on what your opponent may or may not do? Or do you also analyze that when you make a move that he'll do this, then if I do that, he'll do this, and then you go over the next set of moves?
It all depends. I mean, I think Capablanca once said he only sees one move ahead, the best move.
The best move?
But it depends on the position. Sometimes, if it's a simple position where just one line, and he has to make every move just the way you want him to, you can see 20 moves ahead.
Right.
But supposing you make a move and he has 3 or 4 replies, and then you have to analyze all those replies. Then you have several replies to those replies. So you might only be able to see 2 moves ahead, or 3 moves ahead.
I know over here occasionally certain grandmasters would analyze the play as it was phoned in from Iceland, and then when somebody seemed to make a mistake, when you would make a move that later on did not prove to be the right one, was that usually done in just a moment of loss of concentration, and then looking back and analyzing it, you'd say, why did I make that particular move?
Well, see, I only lost 2 real games, right?
Right.
So I didn't make too many moves that I regretted, but...
No, you sure didn't. I'll give you that.
Well, that's part of being a pro, you know. You try to play the wrong move in your mind. Right. And get rid of it, then play the right move. That's the idea. Not to really play the wrong move, to play it in your head.
Let's talk about the term now that's become very popular, the psyching out of one's opponent when you play. Now, the papers over here kind of got on you for a while, and the people over in Iceland were kind of giving you a little flack because they said, well, you came to play, and then you wouldn't allow any movie cameras and so forth and so on. Now, is that something that you consciously think might upset somebody, or is it something the way you feel when you get ready to play? You want everything to be right, or what?
Well, I want everything to be right. I didn't try to psych Spassky. There's no need to. I'm the best player, and he knew it. Everybody knew.
See, that would psych me right there. I'd say, good, you win, Bob. I
mean, he told me himself. I mean, he told me, but I heard it through mutual friends, mutual enemies, or whatever. That he appreciates me because I get the best conditions, and because I fight for all the things. He just has to sit back, and he knows that the best lighting and the best chess set and the best everything will be there.
Yeah.
And he also says that he owes his apartment in Moscow to me because of all the publicity.
Is that right?
Yeah. I had to give him a better apartment because he's a star, international star.
So he came off pretty well, too, huh? Yeah. There weren't many people I read in the paper to greet Mr. Spassky when he got back to the Soviet Union. I guess they don't like somebody to lose there very well. Did you read that at all?
Yeah, well, this is, I think, more for us. Rather, they're kind of making him a whipping boy, showing the world that it wasn't the communist system that lost, that it was Boris Spassky. He didn't prepare or whatever for the match as he should have.
Right.
But I think they're going to rehabilitate him again and build him up again so that, because he's the best they've got, so he can play me or somebody else again.
How long now? Now, do you, like a fighter, I think a heavyweight fighter must fight at least once a year or maybe less than that to retain his championship. Now, how is it with chess players?
Well, I'm in a good position. You see, I don't have to play every 3 years for my title. I don't have to play for 3 years, and the reason it's that way is because the Russians had the title, and when they had it, they didn't want to play that often, so they got the system set up. They only had to play every 3 years, never expecting to lose it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So what do you plan to do now? Do you plan to meet any takers?
I'd like to play, though. I don't think, 3 years, what am I going to do for 3 years? I can't do talk shows just for 3 years.
No, it's... How do you keep in training? Now, do you have to keep in training, Bob? I mean, it may sound like a dumb, naive question, but a fighter has to, work out and keep himself in shape. How do you keep in shape? And who can you play that's going to give you any kind of competition to keep you sharp?
Well, there are literally hundreds of magazines coming out every month around the world, and books by the dozen coming out. So there's a tremendous amount of literature to study. I can study all the games Spassky has played, or since the match, if he has played, or whoever.
Right.
And that's how I keep up. I really don't play too much. Because if I play somebody, I'm just giving away my tricks.
Right.
I don't like to play, when I'm...
The names of the defenses, I got a little... Are those names of certain opening moves named after people who invented them?
Some of them are named after people, some after cities.
Have they named any particular gambits after...
Well, yeah. See, I've come along pretty late in chess. Chess has been played hundreds of years, so there isn't really that much left that's radically new. But they've named a few lines that used to have old names after me now, like there's one variation called the poison pawn variation.
Right.
And they call that the Fischer variation. I keep taking this supposedly dangerous pawn to take. I'm known as a pawn grabber in chess.
Now, what about the cameras over there, Bob? Now, you hear all this about you had agreed that they could film this, and then you kept changing that the cameraman must be in Vladivostok someplace, or... was that, what was the real story?
I was more disappointed than anybody that this thing wasn't televised. Because, a lot of publicity, and there was a lot of money involved, and I wanted the people to see me in action, let's face it. But they had these characters there who, instead of having some kind of videotape films that didn't make any noise, was just nobody around to operate them, just sort of stationless, and they just had guys there with film cameras that were worrying, and they were all around me, just making a racket, a nuisance.
Too much noise.
Too much noise, and visually you could see them moving around. And...
Are there ways you can distract an opponent in chess? I mean, by just little things? Now, there must be certain, making moves very quickly, or...
I don't use any of them, of course, but there are these tricks.
Well, I mean, we could talk about them, Bob. I'm not saying you use them. I just say, what are some of the little things?
Well, blowing smoke in his face if he's not a smoker, this kind of thing.
That's... Now, usually, practically every match, they according to the reports here anyway, Spassky would be there on time, and you would come in 12, maybe 15, 20 minutes late, which you have a right to do before you make your move. Isn't that a little bit of a psyching maneuver?
Well, I didn't do it on purpose. I mean,
You didn't do it on purpose?
I go to bed very late. I go to bed 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was usually getting up about half an hour before game time. So I come a little late sometimes.
So that wasn't any kind of a little...
No.
Just slept late. Sure, Bob. You say so, Bob. Let me take a break here and we'll talk some more. Stay right with us and we're going to come back and talk about it. We're talking with Bobby Fischer. Have you been besieged with business offers and endorsements? I'm sure you must have since you come back. What are some of the ones you can talk about that are kind of strange?
Well, strange? Nothing too strange.
Right.
You know, just these letters from
I heard that
the
you're going to
world.
put out a chess course. Do you get letters? Well, yeah, of course you get a lot of letters, I suppose, from young ladies because you're unmarried.
Yeah.
What do they...
Well, most of them are, you know, just encouragement, but some of them, you know, they go a little far.
No comment. But I read somewhere that you're going to put out that may be premature, and maybe you don't even want me to mention this, a chess instruction course? Is there any
I might
truth?
put out a record, but I'm not certain. I mean, they want it out by the Christmas market. I don't know if I can hustle it out that fast.
Can anyone learn to play chess?
Anyone can. It's really easy, sure.
Yeah, I'm going to have to learn. Somebody told me you were very good at puzzles. Was that?
Yeah, well, that's how I got interested in chess, because I was playing all the other games, and they just were too easy. So I...
And somebody
like
told me there was
puzzles.
one puzzle that they were going to try to get. Did they get it? And what was the name of it?
They got it.
You mentioned it.
15 puzzle.
Yeah. Back, it's right there.
This thing here. Yeah.
No, I'm not familiar with this.
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, you try and get them all aligned, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
There are
6,
little
7,
squares in there, and there's
9,
one
10,
empty
11,
square.
12, 13, 14, 15.
And you try to get them...
Yeah, yeah.
Well, is that difficult?
No, it's very easy. I'm the fastest in the world at this. I don't like to boast, but...
Well, we'll see about that, Bob.
Because I used to do this.
I'm pretty good at puzzles myself, you know. They're all mixed up now.
Yeah. Well, they're not too well mixed up. Well, 1 and 2 are close.
2, 7, 4, 8, 1, 6, 3, 12, 11, 15.
You want to mix it up a little better?
I used to go bananas with that one. How long did it take you to do it?
Well, this is not really a good, it's not all oiled up. It's not a real good set, so it might take me 30 seconds or so, but with a real good set, I can do about 20.
You don't like our set, huh, Bob? I suppose we won't be able to photograph now when we do this? I'm trying to mix... Okay, does that look mixed
up?
up?
It's a little harder, yeah. Okay, ready?
Ready?
No, those are all mixed up.
All right, go.
All right. Yeah, it needs to be oiled, this thing. That cost me. This was not very well mixed up. I want to say that. It wasn't well mixed up. Yeah.
Oh.
17.
No.
Well, they didn't mix it up too well. It takes about 30 seconds.
You want to mix them up a little for me?
Be kind.
You see it?
Mix it up good, Bob, and make it difficult. I got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right to 15, like you did there.
Okay, I think that's pretty good. I don't want too hard.
You want to do a commercial first and get it out of the way?
Don't let him psych you out, John.
Okay, let's see now. I've got to get this one clear over to here, and there's 2 over there. Well, you put the 1, Bob. I didn't have your 1 down there. You
ready?
I'm ready.
Go. You got 3 seconds to nail him.
Okay, I got the 1 up there. I was kidding. I used to do this myself, Bob. I'm just holding off on you. There you are. Okay, let's go ahead now. Did you get a shot of that, Bob? Righto, for our home audience. As for our home viewers, all in order, right. I could be here till tomorrow at this time and could not get those things. That is incredible.
Well,
you see, you have to know how to do
3
things.
hours a day for about 7 years, you should do it.
That is incredible. That is incredible. What's your average day like? What do you do when you're not playing chess? What do you like to do? I know you at least the articles I've read on you, one they had in Life, says you watch a lot of television, you do a lot of reading.
Yeah, I like to study some chess and listen to a little rock and roll in the background. Very leisurely. I don't like.
Now, how can you study chess and listen to rock and roll in the background, Bob? I thought you couldn't have that distraction there.
Oh, well, that's when I play, serious chess. But when I study, it gets a little boring playing over these people's games. They're really not that good, their games, most of them. So, need a little music to pep me up, keep me interested.
Yeah. So you study chess mainly during the day?
Yeah.
Have you considered? I don't want to ask you something personal, but have you considered marriage at all, or do you think that would interfere with being a good chess player?
No,
Well, I mean, it might break your concentration. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm considering marriage now. It'll hurt my game a little bit, but I feel I'm so much better, and now I'm at the top.
Yeah.
I can afford to let up a little bit, just a little bit.
You are the best chess player in the world, without a doubt, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's great. I think that's great when you come out and say that. Yeah, that you have to have. What drove you? What really drove you? Was it because you felt that the Russians were kind of playing games for a while and wouldn't let the championship out of their country?
Well, at first, just the love of the game as a boy, just,
Right.
Loving to win and all. But as I had all these troubles with the Russians, and they tried to block me from playing them for a title match and all this, and they kept writing that I wasn't that good. I wasn't even in the top 10. They said I wasn't. I was just a big talker. I had, I just got publicity because of antics and all this.
Right.
So really, over the board, there was no comparison between me and the Russians.
So you had to go prove it, huh?
This is really what kept me on. If they had just shut up and ignored me and, said he's a very fine player, I might not have gone for the title, because it didn't matter to me that much. I knew I was the best.
Right.
But they kept saying this all the time. They're putting me down. They got me mad.
They sure did. Now, you're at the top of your form now. Can you get better as you get older?
I think it's a question of physical stamina, really. If I keep myself in good physical shape, I think I could be champion.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. That's interesting. You'd think that you would not have physically to be in such great shape to sit at a board.
Well, you're sitting there for 5 hours, and if your concentration just slips up for a split second and you make the wrong move, that's the game.
It's interesting. We will take a break here from one of our sponsors, and we'll be back with Dom DeLuise, Jose Feliciano.